Hello everyone and welcome for that tutorial on the new version that I have released for the Adobe Analytics API 2.0, my Analytics 2 wrapper. And the one method I want to show you is the decode Adobe Analytics request that I have created following a discussion I had on the Measure Slack channel, and that will hopefully help you define this or decode the URL that you retrieve from the Adobe Analytics request. I thought it was a very good use case, especially because I'm actually doing this already through a different Python file, and I was thinking, yeah, let's grab it and put it into the module. No, it's actually is a good place to add these kind of methods. For in order to do that, the first thing I want to do is to actually grab a request. I will grab a request now. So by just refreshing on my own website, the thing you can copy that by doing a copy, and I'm going to copy the complete link request. And then I will start my Python Jupyter notebook as usual for showing this case. So I'm not going into details on how this is going to be done. So because automatically this is done on every video, so you should know now how to actually get started and what are the information. I will make sure just restarting from scratch. So this is number one, this is number two, and then I already know my logging ID, my company logging ID, so I'm using that directly. And once I have this request, you can see that I can paste that here, and this is my complete request. So with everything attached to it. And what I want to do now is to decode that. So the new method that you can use is the AJS decode Adobe Analytics IA request. And then you can pass several things. So you can pass a file or you can pass a URL. URL can be either, so the union says either a list or a string. And we'll see that just right now. And the file can have several type of file, and we'll see that afterwards. It could be either an Excel or a text file. So if I pass a string, I can just put that into a comma, a single comma, and then a single quote, sorry, and then I'm actually receiving an error because I forgot to say that will be directly calling the URL. So this is going to be the URL, and then you can see the index is the elements that you have in your request. So prop1, evar1, prop2, and so forth, and everything is being passed here. If you were to pass a list directly, we can directly pass a list. It will automatically apply that. So I'm going to pass the same one for the sake of time, and then you can directly do that again. And now you see that following the number of elements you have in your list, you have the request one, the request two automatically being populated is with your index here, your tracking server and the number of elements that have been attached to it, and yeah, and so forth. So you have more information. Obviously, here are they all the same. Now, what I want to demonstrate to you is how to use that with a file, because the discussion I have on the Slack Measure channel is to use an Excel file. So for that, I will go back here and I will populate several requests here. Do I preserve log? Yeah, I do preserve log. So I'm going to do my Adobe Experience Platform. Blog post, you see that I have probably a custom link tracking for trick. And then I will add this additional web page that explains the implementation of IP Web SDK. So I have those four elements and I want to debug that through my decode URL. So I'm going to do two things here. I'm going to create a new text file for URLs and also a new Excel for URLs. So I'm going to, because it's going to be next to each other, so my URL will contain the first one that I already have retrieved. And let's retrieve the second one, copy the linked address. Up. I'm going to directly paste that here. See that they are different already. Copy the link address. Hop, directly here. Oh, this one is very long. And this is going to be the last one. Copy the link address. It may not have been the best way to do it this way. Oh, this one is pretty short. Is it the correct one? Up, maybe not. Copy link address. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, actually, it's so long that actually it's a second line. Is it that right? Yes, it's that right. Okay. I was a bit confused, but okay, I get it now. So I will do exactly the same in the Excel file. And I want you to know that in the Excel file, you need to ensure you are using the first column. So you don't use the B or everything, and then you can, it may not work that way. So make sure you use them in the column A, and then you have all of your file exactly here. All of your line exactly here. Now I'm going back to my Jupyter notebook, and you have seen these elements. So now what I want to do is AGS decode request, and this time I will pass the file. That's going to be url.txt, if I remember correctly. And automatically you see that those have been pushed, and you see all of the differences here. So the evar4 was not part of all of those files were not all of those elements were not part of the second request, and so forth. And it's a data frame. So for the people, that are used to Python, this is a data frame, so it's very easy to manipulate. So if I was doing that into data, and now data fill LNA with nothing in place equals true, then I'm going to show that now data. You see that I don't have none anymore, not a number. You can directly see elements are present or not, and they are either empty or not. So that's the way you can do it. You can obviously do a 2 CSV or 2 clipboard element if you want to have that. And if I'm doing the same thing with the XLSX, it will return the same thing. So now a new data, so you see that it's being used one after the other. So now I'm using the URL, but it's the same element, so you see the same thing. So if I'm doing to CSV, it will work. But what I want to do is now to have a save option, and this save option will create a new file in your tutorial, which will be request followed by the timestamp, and this will provide you all of the information I was showing before directly into your CSV with the different requests. And obviously you can use the timestamp to make sure that they are correctly set. I was just doing that a few T for the timestamp. So it was the 2, 24, 25, 25 again, and then this are being followed. I hope this will be helpful for you, and that you can work a bit more with the module for debugging purposes, for example, directly. And let me know in the comment if you have any question about that. Thank you very much.